People in East Palestine want to be sure Norfolk Southern will make things right. The cost of the cleanup there has more than doubled to over $800 million in the 6 months since that train derailment.
Feds say they will hold the railroad accountable. Norfolk Southern's also pumping millions of dollars back into the community. Well, so tonight, News 5 investigator Tara Morgan following through on the East Palestine investment.
This is kind of an experimental spot with some different trees.
Eric Aikenhead has planted new life in his Christmas tree farm.
This has been in our family since probably around 1920.
It's his plan for retirement.
7 to 10 years before you can start to harvest the Christmas trees.
After February's toxic train derailment, Eric wasn't worried about the property itself. It was more about how much more he wanted to invest.
Do I want to continue to buy equipment and plant trees and potentially build a building or anything out here, with the future being uncertain?
His concern was any stigma attached to the village after the fiery derailment and chemical burn.
People coming to town to do business was my concern. And my other concern for early on in this was I even going to be in the community? You know, how bad was this going to be?
In June, Norfolk Southern CEO Alan Shaw said they're not going anywhere anytime soon.
We're going to be there 5 years from now. We're going to be there 10 years from now.
To date, the railroad says it's committed nearly $65 million towards support and investments in East Palestine, $25 million for upgrades at the Village Park. Proposed improvements include a new aquatic center, 3 modern playgrounds, and a new amphitheater. Thousands of dollars in donations have gone to help nonprofits. The railroad is also planning to build a new regional training center in Ohio for first responders.
Norfolk Southern is committed to doing what's right. And each and every day, we're going to do the next right thing.
Linda Murphy says she wants Alan Shaw to step it up.
There's a lot of making it right to be done.
Murphy owns a home a quarter mile from Leslie Run Creek that was contaminated by the derailment. She says she still can't get specific answers about the risk to her well. Murphy says while they're still hurting, the railroad is making the village pretty with a new park.
It's a shame our lives have been turned upside down by this. We didn't ask for this. I didn't ask to think about these things.
Eric is sitting back and watching to see what happens.
There's a series of checks and balances. There's some organizations in town that are really pushing to keep Norfolk Southern's feet to the fire on this. And then there's people that are helping Norfolk Southern with these investments in the community.
He's invested his entire life in this community and his tree farm.
My family's blood, sweat, and tears are in this property. And my grandfather always said that if he sold enough Christmas trees to pay his property taxes and Christmas gifts, that's all he ever wanted. And I think that's really all I want.
In East Palestine, I'm News 5 investigator Tara Morgan.